Chapter 1. The poor always ye have with you. The Bible. The Poor Relation was no longer an apt name for what had become London's most fashionable hotel. The Prince of Wales's coat of arms gleamed over the entrance with that magic legend, "By special appointment." In residence and taking up every guest room, except one for his retinue of friends and servants, was Prince Hugo Panitch, from some Middle European country which everyone swore they'd heard of, but no one seemed to know anything about. The owners of the hotel had been poor relations themselves when they founded it, that despised, shabby-genteel class eking out a difficult living. But Lady Fortescue, Sir Philip Somerville, Colonel Sandhurst, and Miss Tonks, the owners, had made it prosper, at first by theft from their relations, and then by a combination of guile, hard business, and luck. An actor, Mr. Jason Davy, had recently bought his way into shared ownership, and yet, because of old Sir Philip's jealousy and dislike of him, had never felt he was one of them. The open-handed prince paid hard cash as he went along, and the hoteliers felt their days of penury were truly behind them. This gave them an added happiness and sparkle, and even Sir Philip had not been heard to utter anything loathsome for quite a number of days. But their very happiness intensified the black misery of the occupant of the one apartment not taken up by the prince or his entourage. The occupant was Lady Jane Fremney, youngest daughter of the Earl of Durby. Through her refusal to marry the man her father had picked out for her, she had been cast out until she came to her senses. That, her father considered, would not take very long, as she had only one small trunk of clothes and none of her jewellery. Lady Jane had used what was left of her pin money to travel from Derbyshire to London. She thought back on her miserable, lonely childhood, thought of her bullying governess, thought of the family servants who had treated her harshly because her father, the Earl, encouraged them to do so. "You have to break a woman's spirit to make her a good wife," was one of his favourite maxims, and Lady Jane often wondered whether that was why her mother had gone to such an early grave when she herself was but 2 years old. So she decided to put an end to her life. She had told the owner of the poor relation that her maid would be arriving shortly. Her empty jewel case was weighted down with stones. She ate by herself at a corner table in the dining room, only half interested in the noisy, garrulous prince who sat at the centre table with his equally noisy mistress. She picked at the delicious food which the hotel always served, hardly tasting what she ate. She did not notice the